Hi guys, I'm gonna do a quick book review for you guys on Big Magic. I just finished reading it and I'm so excited because it was such a delightful book to read. And as a writer, I definitely enjoy good reads. You know, I just eat it up. Reading is such a powerful way to be successful in your life and to reach the goals you want to reach. I think reading transforms our minds. It gives us new ideas, new perspectives, new ways of looking at our situation and helping others through their situation. So I definitely recommend reading books if you don't already read books. If you hate to read, like absolutely hate to read, download audiobooks because you could listen to an audiobook while you're driving and you don't have to read anything. So we're going to dive a little bit into this book and some of the nuggets that I found have been really helpful for me as I go through my journey. So what I do in my books, I always like fold the pages as I read it. So you'll see like a ton of like folded pages, and that's just how I keep track of it as I'm reading the book. But I like to also go through and make certain points in a book that inspires me. So let's talk about a little bit of what this book's about. So the Big Magic is all about creative living, how to live a creative life, how to get to a place where it's not just about success and recognition, but it's so much more about enjoying the process of creating, enjoying the process of making the project or creating the picture or writing the book or starting the business. And there's a magic behind enjoying the process. And as you're enjoying the process of creating it, you're creating. And whether you work a full-time job or, you're a full-time mom or dad, whatever you do full-time, you enjoy your process of creating your business, your craft, whatever it is. And that's what she talks about. And I love it because we tend to get caught up in feeling the process is a chore and it's not a fun process, so we don't enjoy it. Another thing is work. It just makes you look at work differently. I love the way Kobe Bryant kind of approaches work and his craft. It's like the process and the behind the scenes are what drives him, and the accolades and everything that comes later is just kind of like a part of the formula. And this book is kind of like hinging on that for me. She talks a lot about being in that moment of creating and just enjoying what you do, and using writers as an example. If you choose to be a writer, like, writing isn't something that is super glamorous. I mean, listen, you're like one of those top dog authors, or you are just a wizard with words, but it's a very tough process. Not just technically, but like emotionally, because you're putting yourself out there. You're putting your thoughts and your dreams and your stories out there. You're putting it out there for critique. So people are going to laugh, look, enjoy whatever they're going to do with your work. It's putting yourself out there. So she talks about creating this, like, enjoying the process of creating. She also talks about fear, overcoming fear. I talk a lot about that on my channel. Fear is like the biggest thing for me that has kind of hindered me in a lot of ways, but it's so much fun when you overcome fear and you just take these leaps and bounds into your journey and your calling. But we'll talk more about that. It's just a great book, great exploratory book to explore your own self and decide on what it is you want to create, and just know. One thing I thought was interesting was this idea that thoughts were things. And it was interesting because it was like she's like, thoughts are things, like ideas are things. They're real, they come to you, and they're like personified almost. Like, I thought it was really interesting how she personified the ideas that we get. We get these ideas in our head to create a book or a story, and then we partner with the idea until it comes to pass. And I thought that was so cool. I even created a cartoon in my head, like the idea is like choosing what person they want to flow with. And when we have fun with the creative process in that way, I think it just makes our work that much more fun. We're created to work, we're created to create. and this is a great book to guide you on creative living. So definitely pick that one up. And subscribe if you guys like the reviews that I do. I'm going to be reading and reviewing books every week. So you have recommendations on where to go and get some good ones. But definitely recommend Big Magic. It's not expensive at all. It's super cheap. You can get it on Kindle. Read it. Enjoy it. Thank you for listening.